facing the police every single day. Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I'm going to do a screen read here on this a second. This trespass thing is completely out of control in Charlotte County and Punta Gorda. In fact, this is actually worse than the Charlotte County one. This is from Punta Gorda. I made a sunshine law request on video, and this is a fat cop, Justin Davoult, that illegally trespassed me, making a sunshine law request, and they actually have an ordinance that violates so many laws, it's not even funny, that says you can't record in a public building. It is outrageous. This is a public building with public officials. Of course you got the freaking right. So we wanted to get the ordinance and to see if they're still doing this insane shit. And they did. And it was unbelievable. I'm going to, this is going to be a long one. I'm going to do a screen read of the investigation report, of the ordinance, and you know, while it's going, you can see what I did. All I did is ask for a sunshine law request. I had my press pass on and body camera, and this fat fuck Justin Davoult illegally trespassed me just for a sunshine law request in public. Out freaking rages. And like I said, it breaks so many laws, it's not even funny. In fact, it breaks the Florida Supreme Court had a decision back 7 years ago on talking about how you can't write trespasses like this. So this is what they do. So they trespass me for recording. Then in the trespass, you don't even have the right to redress. You can't even appeal it. You can't get it rescinded. It is 1 year. In fact, actually, my friend, people that I know, Ian, so they call it Freedom, and his friend Harry were trespassed for life. Total violation of law. If anybody knows anybody in Florida, we are looking for, you know what, actually, I don't even give a shit if they're not from Florida. Just fucking, we need help. If we don't file something, we're going to be, I'm sure they're going to step it up and do some even more illegal shit. So I'm going to do a screen read here. This is going to be a long one, but it's worth it, and it's so sad. They violated so many constitutional rights and case law. It's just not even funny.
On December 30, 2018, Andrew Sheets arrived at the city clerk's office and had a recording device affixed to his chest which records audio and video. The red light was flashing, indicating that the recorder was on and capturing video and audio footage. Once confronted by Perry Turner in the office, she advised that she did not wish to have her voice or face captured on video. Andrew Sheets stated that he was allowed to record because he was in a public place, and he was once again informed that recording of any kind was not authorized. Andrew Sheets continued to argue the fact, and the red light continued to blink, indicating the recorder was activated. After leaving City Hall, Andrew Sheets responded to the police department where he wished to see the chief of police. During this time, P. Turner contacted the chief and advised of the disturbance that took place at City Hall. P. Turner advised that there are signs advising that recording is not allowed in that specific area, and he continued to record. P. Turner advised that they wished to have Andrew Sheets trespassed from the facility to include City Hall located at 326 West Marion Avenue and City Hall Annex located at 126 Harvey Street, in reference to City of Punta Gorda Ordinance #15-48, which is located below. Once this information was obtained, Lieutenant Davoult prepared a trespass warning number 153,251 for Andrew Sheets for these locations. Lieutenant Davoult made contact with Andrew Sheets in the lobby of the police department, at which time, Andrew Sheets began speaking about video that he had not received and requests that have not been met. He also began speaking of an incident of when he captured what he believed to be a traffic violation from another driver on video and wanted the other driver to be cited. There was no violation observed on that specific video. All of these mentioned inquiries from Andrew Sheets have already been addressed in the recent past. At this time, Lieutenant Davoult issued Andrew Sheets trespass warning number 153,251 for the locations of 326 West Marion Avenue and 126 Harvey Street. He was also advised that he may not return for the period of 1 year or he would face arrest. Andrew Sheets disputed the trespass warning and then departed. Except within the City Council chambers, conference rooms, and other locations in which a public meeting is being conducted pursuant to a public notice, it shall be unlawful and a violation of this ordinance, to record video and/or sound within city-owned, controlled, and leased property, without the consent of all persons whose voice or image is being recorded. This prohibition shall not apply to any law enforcement activities. In addition to being a violation of this ordinance, if anyone who is observed to be recording video and/or sound within city-owned, controlled, or leased property, without the consent of all persons whose voice or image is being recorded, and such person refuses to cease such activity after being advised that such activity is prohibited. Under this ordinance, such refusal shall be considered to be a disruption to the work of city government. Therefore, such person shall be deemed to no longer be present within the city-owned, controlled, or leased property on legitimate public business. The city manager and his designees are hereby authorized on behalf of the city of Punta Gorda, Florida to request any person who refuses to cease the unconsented to video and/or sound recording to immediately leave the premises. Any person who refuses to cease the unconsented to video and/or sound recording, and refuses to immediately leave the premises following the request of the city manager or his designee, shall be considered as a trespasser. Law enforcement, at its option, at the request of the city may issue a trespass warning notice for this conduct. 0. The city manager and his designees may have cause to remove any person they determine, 1. acts in any manner which violates or is reasonably suspected to violate any federal, state, or local law, ordinance, rule, or regulation, or 2. acts in any manner which violates any city rule or policy, including but not limited to the facility rules, or any directive on any sign or notice at the public property. The city manager and his designees are hereby authorized on behalf of the city of Punta Gorda, Florida to warn persons of this prohibited activity and request such activity to cease. Law enforcement, at its option, at the request of the city may issue a trespass warning notice for these violations of conduct. The city manager and his designees are hereby authorized on behalf of the city of Punta Gorda, Florida to warn persons who have entered into or remain in areas where they are not authorized to be, and to request such persons to depart. The city manager, and his designees, are hereby be authorized to call upon law enforcement to treat as trespassers any persons who refuse to depart after such a request has been made. Law enforcement, at its option, may enforce any person's refusal to depart by means of Section 810.08 and 810.09, Florida statutes, or issue a trespass warning notice. It is the declared intent of the City Council that if any section, subsection, sentence, clause, phrase, or provision of this ordinance is held invalid or unconstitutional by a court of competent jurisdiction, such invalidity or unconstitutionality shall not be construed as to render invalid or unconstitutional the remaining provisions of this ordinance. 3. Any ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. 4. This ordinance is intended to repeal and reenact the provisions of Ordinance No. 1867-17 and that any actions taken pursuant to the emergency ordinance shall remain in full force and effect upon the adoption of this ordinance. 4. This ordinance shall take effect immediately upon adoption. Adopted in regular session of the City Council of the City of Punta Gorda, Florida this third day of May, 2017.
Policing the police every single day.
Right.
This is what we're gonna do. The chief's not available to speak to you
Right.
now. Okay, so this is what you got. This is a trespass warning for City Hall and City Annex, okay? For both addresses over at City Hall. You'll no longer be on that property for the period of 1 year or you will face arrest.
Do I have an appeal?
No,
Why not?
you don't have an appeal.
Because,
You don't have an appeal.
because by law you have to.
No, the city clerk wishes to have you.
Okay, so that's why I'm here.
The chief is not available.
Because I felt threatened, and you think that you don't have the right to record there?
You don't have the right to record. There's a city ordinance in place.
So what? My stuff trumps your stuff.
You can record here all you want. Okay? I have no problem with you recording.
Then why is this different from over there?
Because that's a different facility.
And I have no appeal?
No appeal.
That's illegal.
All right. Okay, it is what it is. You can call your attorney. You're trespassed from that property. You cannot be there for the period of 1 year.
You guys are sad. Okay, one more thing. Sir, stop. Sir, I did find out that you can look at the video and give a ticket. I have the case law on it. Do you have a card so I can send you the case law?
I'm happy for you.
You have a card so I can send you the case law.
No, I don't. I'll get you one.
Send it.
I'll get you one.
Can I give you my card so you can send it?
I don't need your card.
Very bad attitude, sir. That's why you got an IA. Fuckers. Well,
how are you?
cold and rainy.
It is kind of ugly. What can I do?
Yeah. Can I do a sunshine law request to look at the your it's either law, statute, or ordinance you have for the buildings?
For the buildings. Are you recording me?
Yeah.
I would like to turn it off, please.
That's why I'm here to get a copy of the statute.
Well, I don't want to be recorded first off.
We're in a public building.
Here will be up a minute for the public record, and we do have it posted here, by the way. So.
That's funny. So why, when you took the job, you didn't think that you could be recorded?
Well, you're recording me now. When I took the job, there was never a question about if you could be, because nobody did, I don't believe, until you came in.
Why, is it a bad thing?
Can I help you?
Yeah, can I get a copy of this ordinance 1872.17?
Sure, it's the same one we emailed to you before. Can you pull that up and print it for him? And what records would you like?
I just want that one again, and see if you're still doing this illegal act by making this. That's
You
not
want a
legal.
copy of the ordinance?
Yeah,
all
that's
you're
not.
looking
It's
for?
not legal.
Ordinance
Yes.
number, please? What's the ordinance number?
Huh?
What's the ordinance number?
It is 1872-17, and then un-American after that.
What else?
That's it. That's all you
Yep.
Seriously, Sarah. You have my deepest sympathies. Oh. First page, I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's see what-
It was one of like 4 or 5 properties
Does it state in here what happens if you do then? I mean, you get arrested, shot,
We've provided the
trespassed.
record that you
Right.
requested, Andrew,
Right.
so if you need anything else, just let us know. But we're
Okay.
telling you again,
Right.
you are not to record. Yes.
So there's
You don't have our permission to
That-
record us.
That's, you're a public official in a public building.
This is a staff area, it's not a public meeting
There is
area.
brochures.
Okay, let's,
right here.
instead of arguing, do you
So-
need any other records?
So
today?
no, there's more of us, and we'll be sending more people here
Okay.
because it's.
All right, very
Good. Why are the cookies sitting here?
They're for the public.
Are you serious? Wow, you guys are nice.
What was that?
Do you know?
Oh, I gotcha.
Do you know? Is that all right? Is that all right? Is that all right to record in here? It's not. Why?
I don't think you got to read it because
Do you guys have a copy of that or something?
I don't know. Yeah.
Is this a public area right here?
Yeah. Yes. But not.
Right. Do they have it posted somewhere? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't sit out here normally.
Right. But it looks like a public area. That's why we came back to check. So I can't get a copy of that?
I don't have it.
All right.
You can try the city clerk next door.
I did. That went badly. So,
I don't have it.
wow. Why? What's your opinion of it? You think that's right? That's wrong? I mean, it's a public.
I don't want to be recorded. So.
Right. Well, but you're a public employee in a public place, right? Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.